Ooh, what's up, everyone? So Jerry West believes Kevin Durant won't be traded from the Nets. He's not going to be traded. You can't give enough to get a guy like KD. So let's just talk about this. The clock keeps ticking, but you are still yet to see what will be the summer's biggest trade. Right now, it's probably the trade that sent Rudy Gobert to the Minnesota Timberwolves, but that spot will be taken by KD. The first chance he gets being traded away from the Brooklyn Nets. The trade market for Durant has seen active suitors, but there just isn't a trade offer from any team that will satisfy the Nets trading away a top 5 player in the NBA with 4 years left on his contract. Because remember, KD signed a 4-year, $198 million contract extension. Considering the haul Utah got for trading Rudy Gobert, the offers for KD should be more expansive. So one of the greatest players and executive in the NBA today, in NBA history, Jerry West, has commented on the Durant situations. Fans may be a little disappointed as West declared that he does not expect Kevin Durant to be moved this summer. So he was quoted as saying he's a serious basketball player. His gut does not neglect his craft. This gut does not neglect his craft, excuse me. Please misread him. People misread him. He's one of the greatest players we have ever seen. For him to want out, I can see why. Again, wherever he goes, for my best guess, he won't be traded. You can't give enough to get a guy like him. He's one of the greatest players to ever play the game, period. So that's what he said. Jerry West just came in and flat out said, my best guess, he's not going to be traded. You can't give enough to get a guy like KD. Jerry West doesn't think the Nets will be trading KD anytime soon. So this is understandable because the asking price that the Nets have put is very high. It's way higher than even what the Philadelphia Sixers set for Ben Simmons, because you saw the Ben Simmons, they traded him away at the trade deadline it was a James Harden Ben Simmons swap. And also considering the fact that the Utah Jazz trading away Rudy Gobert to the Minnesota Timberwolves and getting 5 first-round picks and a slew haul of assets. So that means getting a KD trade, it might involve, if it's one team that is trading for KD, they have to part with at least 5 regular players and not a minimum of 6 first-round picks. They literally have to sell the farm to get a guy like KD. Just from a fan's interest point of view, everyone is dying to see where KD ends up. We rarely see players of this caliber request trades that end up being actually materialized. This trade looks like a tough one to execute, but it's still keeping everyone clamping a bit more for these news. So Jerry West has given an informed opinion on how situations like this play out. Considering he didn't see Philadelphia move Ben Simmons for cheap, it means the Nets may hold on to KD until they find a move that works for them. So that's the end of the article. So one thing I must say is this. The biggest trade right now as we speak is Rudy Gobert to the Minnesota Timberwolves, where the Jazz received a slew haul of assets. They received a lot in return. So that means any trade that is going to go down involving KD, it has to be a trade that involves a lot of assets, because you're not just trading away your best player, trading away a top 5 player in the league, a 2-time champion, a guy that has been in many All-NBA teams and made many All-Star selections, and actually a cornerstone to a franchise. And don't forget, he's a 4-time scoring champion. So the asking price there is hefty. It has to be a lot. You have to give up a lot. And especially his contract, you have to match his contract as well. Not only is he coming in for free, what people don't understand is KD, when he left OKC to Golden State, he had a player option with OKC, and he opted out and he went to Golden State. So it was an easy fix. It was an easy move for him because he was just leaving. But now it's different, because when you're trading a player, you have to match salaries, you have to match the value, you have to match the assets. It has to be right. And any team who has the assets to do it might as well pull the trigger. And if the Brooklyn Nets are satisfied with what they are getting in return for KD, the trade will come off. But the trade won't come off if they're not going to be able to if the other teams are not going to be able to match salaries and match the draft assets and capital that the Brooklyn Nets want. And yes, so KD's trade is gonna delay. I don't even expect it to happen like that soon. I'm just waiting to see if Woj or Shams are gonna get it earlier so that he can be able to react to it. But we're just waiting to see. Maybe he's gonna request a trade like the way Kobe requested a trade in 2007. It's not gonna happen. So we're just keeping our options open, especially if the Brooklyn Nets pull a trigger on Kyrie instead of KD and try to build around KD. That might happen. So we're just opening our ears and eyes to that. So yeah, that's your article. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments. I'll be popping up with such videos, and leave your feedback in the comments on what you think about this type of video. I'm trying this new style, and yeah, man, I'm out. I'm gonna see you in the next upload.